Okay, today I'm going to discuss a halftime feel, and I'm going to, in the context of a 4/4 basic rock beat, and then I'll kind of show you how it works with just about anything. Mainly, what I use a halftime feel is if we're going into a jam. You got the 4/4, the 2 on the 4, your basic 2 and 4 backbeat going, AC/DC style, straight ahead rock. Say you go into a jam and the guitar is soloing and you want to bring it into a different feel just to get that more dramatic sound coming out of a solo, or however you want to use it. I use it in a lot of jamming. I'll bring a half beat down. It's kind of like using dynamics here. You're bringing, you're accenting the feel. You're making it more dramatic. It's just a good way to make things from just getting kind of stale and boring when you have a guitar solo and you're just doing the basic 1, 2, 3, 4, and the guitar solo, and you want to bring it down sometimes. It just, especially when the guitar is getting into more of a dramatic, when they're peaking out in their solo, you get into a halftime. I'm sure if you listen to any kind of old rock in the 70s or 80s, mainly in the 70s, I think, and then in some of the jam bands, they use that halftime feel, or in funk music, even in jazz. So your basic 4/4 AC/DC rock beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's used in just about every rock situation. The halftime feel, instead of doing the snare on the 2 and the 4, you're going to be like 3, 4. It's going to be on the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just great. So I'll put it together to show you how you're getting a half feel. And it's the same, timing. It's the same 4/4. It just brings it into a slower kind of feel, more dramatic feel. So halftime. Back to the 2 and 4. On a 3, and you don't have to do exactly on a 3. It's just about the feel. It's instead of 1, 2, do, it's duh, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could even do it in a triplet feel where it's da 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 da. So it's just a way, like if you could imagine a song going na 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 na, guitar solo, and it's all it's like that halftime feel. I'll try to think of a song that's like that, but most of the songs, like in the 70s, they're doing that. Lynyrd Skynyrd, the Allman Brothers, they do a lot of the half feel. And you can do it with, you don't have to do it just with rock. You can do it in jazz if you're doing. You're just getting into a slower half feel. But with rock, it's a lot easier to explain that. Once you do it with rock, you can any other style, you can do the half feel. It's just you're giving it more of a dynamic feel. It's like. And I use it during solos. It really just depends on how. It really depends on how the feel is going and where you want to put it in. Of course, some bands they want to, ride it into it. Sometimes just when you're playing and you feel like you want to go into a halftime to give it more of a dramatic feel, you go into halftime. And of course, the other guys are going to follow you. So I'll give you some examples. So if I'm playing just your. still at 4/4. You're still doing the same, song. You're allowing it to breathe. And you're giving it more space. Just like when you're doing dynamics, you're bringing it down. And there's all kinds of situations where you can use that, but I use it a lot, and I like that doing that half feel. And you can even double time it. That's a whole nother lesson. But it's the half time feel is very useful, and especially in jam rock, 70s rock, and not so much 80s metal. They don't really do a lot of halftime. It's mostly the jam era, like the 1970s, and then shoot up to even to the 1990s when the grunge bands started integrating the 1970s feel. A lot of those drummers were using the half feel during that, but just listen to different styles of music and listen to see where you hear that half feel, and kind of see where it fits, and then make your own decision on how you want to fit that into your music. So that being said, I'll go over it one more time just to reiterate how it works, and then I'll do a little jam. So just like again, the straight rock beat is just 2 and 4 on the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bass is on 1 and 3. Halftime, the snare ends up on the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bass drum doesn't really change much, unless you want to change it, but it's just. So that's the halftime feel. Let's try a little jam with the halftime feel. Alright, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.